Hello, and welcome to the Range Langley. While our officers prepare your order, I'm going to talk about some firearm safety and range rules. Once the video is done, a range officer will answer any questions you may have. Then, be your guide and take you out to the range. After the endless fun, you will be able to take your used targets and head straight to the lobby, where our range staff will help you check out. Throughout the range, you'll see either a red or a green light. The red light means that the range is active, and eye and ear protection must be worn at all times. Whenever you're through the double doors, or what we call the airlock, eye and ear protection must be worn at all times. Trust me, it gets loud out there. Pro tip, put your eyes on first, and then your ears. If at any point you can't hear the range officer, just ask him to speak up. Yelling's part of his job. The first two rules, and the most important of all, number 1, keep your finger off the trigger till you're ready to shoot, and number 2, keep the firearm pointed downrange at all times. No matter what my body's doing, the firearm is always pointed downrange in a fixed position. Whether I'm loading or unloading, the firearm is always pointed downrange. When the range officer gives you the okay, approach the bench and pick up the firearm. To properly hold a semi-automatic pistol, take your right hand and wrap it around the pistol grip. You want to get as high up underneath that beaver tail as you can. Remember, this finger stays off the trigger. Take your left hand and wrap your fingers over top of your right hand. Your two thumbs should point along the same side of the gun, facing downrange. Remember, keep your thumbs nice and low on the gun, otherwise they'll interfere with the slide. If you're a lefty, the process is the same, just mirrored. Next is stance. You're going to square off to your target and put your feet shoulder width apart. Take a small step forward with the left foot and a slight bend in the knees. Next, you're going to lean forward and bring your eye down behind the gun. Remember, don't lock your elbows. You want a nice comfortable bend in them. This will act as a buffer and control recoil. Now, if you actually want to hit something, you're going to have to aim. This is how you aim properly. With iron sights, you want to put the front sight inside the notch of the rear sight. Line it up and level it off with the target. This is what we call a sight picture. If you can remember, focus your eye on the front sight. The target will go a little blurry, but this will improve your aim. Only after you've obtained a sight picture, you can gently squeeze the trigger, and I'm sure you'll hit something. Same principles apply for a rifle. Your right hand is going to go around the pistol grip with this finger off the trigger. Your left hand on the forward handguards. Butt of the rifle, firm into your shoulder. Feet shoulder width apart, slight bend in the knees. You're going to lean forward and rest your cheek on the buttstock. If you find you're tilting your head too much, just move the gun higher up in your shoulder. Now, if you have a red dot sight on your gun, just put the red dot on the target and pull the trigger. If at any point you experience a malfunction or the gun jams, just place it down with the muzzle pointed downrange. Take a step back and our range officers will take it from there. Do not fiddle with a jammed gun. If at any point you hear the command, "Cease fire!" stop shooting immediately. Place the firearm on the bench, point it downrange, and take a step back. Our range officers will take it from there. If you need to change your target, because let's face it, it's peppered in holes and you can't see where you're hitting, just use the switch on the bottom left side of the booth. Use the clips provided to hang your target. Once it's up, you can continue shooting. For your benefit, the range pumps in fresh air, so if you're joining us in the colder times, there are heaters located just above each lane. Just twist the knobs and you will have instant pleasure of warmth. If you are not currently shooting, please remain behind the yellow line. Also, feel free to take tons of pictures and videos of your friends and family having the time of their lives. Just make sure you aren't getting in the way of the range officers or the people shooting. And remember, tag us on social media. To recap, always wear ear and eye protection. Keep the firearm pointed downrange at all times and your finger off the trigger until you're absolutely ready to shoot. Your range officer will be in shortly to answer any questions you may have. In the meantime, feel free to practice with the dummy handguns in front of you. Thank you for choosing the Range Langley. We hope you have as much fun shooting as we love guns.